Arnold Schwarzenegger's story isn't about lifting weights. It's about defying odds that would crush most people. We all know the Terminator, the Governator, the global icon. But what if I told you the real Arnold was forged in desperation, poverty, and even a prison cell? This isn't just a success story. It's a survival epic. Let's rewind to 1965. A young, unknown Arnold is serving his mandatory year in the Austrian army. He hears about the Junior Mr. Europe bodybuilding competition in Germany. There's just one problem. He's on active duty. Leaving is not an option. It's desertion. But for Arnold, the thought of missing his one shot was worse than any punishment. So under the cover of darkness, he went AWOL. He snuck across the border, competed, and won his first major title. His reward? A week in a military prison? Most people would see that as a failure, a reckless mistake. For Arnold, it was proof of concept. It tasted victory, and now he knew what he was willing to sacrifice for it. He chose a trophy over his freedom, a cell over safety. This single event defines his entire philosophy. The prize is worth the pain. 3 years later, in 1968, he landed in America. He was 21 years old, with a thick accent, a few dollars in his pocket, and a dream that sounded absurd to everyone he met. Didn't speak the language fluently. He had no connections, no safety net. Even worse, there were constant whispers and fears about his visa status. One wrong move, one administrative error, and he could be deported right back to the impoverished, post-war Austria he had fought so hard to escape. Imagine that pressure. Every single day, you're not just training to be a champion. You're training to justify your very existence in a new country. Knowing that the life you're building could be ripped away at any moment, this wasn't just a gym battle. It was a battle against invisibility and uncertainty. The emotional toll was immense. People see the photos of him at Gold's Gym smiling, surrounded by fellow bodybuilders. What they don't see is the profound loneliness. He left his entire world behind. His family, his friends, everything familiar. The Austria he escaped was one of scarcity, where his own father would tell him he'd never amount to anything. That rejection was a powerful fuel, but it also left a deep void. He poured all of that isolation, all of that pain from his past, into the iron. Every rep wasn't just building muscle. It was building a wall against the poverty and doubt he'd left behind. He often said he didn't have a plan B, because for him, a backup plan was just an admission that you were preparing to fail. His only plan was the mission. This mindset applied to his physical training in the most brutal way. Throughout his career, Arnold trained through injuries that would have permanently sidelined other athletes. Torn muscles, bad knees, shoulder problems, he saw them not as stop signs, but as obstacles to be mentally dominated. His philosophy was simple. Pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. He believed that when your body screams stop, that's the exact moment your mind needs to take over and push you further. It's a level of mental toughness that's almost unimaginable. He wasn't just lifting weights. He was waging war against his own physical limitations, day after day, for decades. And this relentless drive is what separated him from everyone else who was just as strong or just as gifted. He was willing to suffer more. So when you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, don't just see the 7-time Mr. Olympia or the Hollywood superstar. See the army deserter who chose a prison cell for a shot at a dream. See the scared immigrant who gambled everything on a vision no one else understood. See the lonely young man who turned the pain of his past into the fuel for his future. Arnold didn't just find success. He willed it into existence through sheer, unrelenting force of will. He proved that your circumstances don't define you. Your choices do. The question is, what are you willing to endure to build your own legacy? Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and tell us in the comments what obstacle you're ready to overcome.